This is the video you think it is. So I'll try to give you the TLDR as to what's going on. Back earlier this year, I dropped the video upload rate from like 4 or 5 videos down to 1 per week. That was because my career ambitions was to join a certain company which dealt with games. I would have essentially been working for a games company in a different city. And they had me on the end of their fishing rods for months on end. And then come around about my birthday in September, they essentially delayed that process, which kind of left me in limbo. It didn't do the channel any real harm because I was still getting lots of views on videos, but the growth rate definitely stagnated. But to be honest, it was kind of unsustainable doing that many uploads for a channel that was so small and not really bringing the money in. I was in that place where the channel wasn't a dead channel or really a super small channel, but it also wasn't a big enough channel to do full time. I needed to do a job, but I tried my hardest to get a job that I wanted to do. As years have gone by, I've done things which has ended up me kind of being in my own glass box. I only really see the world from my room window nowadays. When my birthday had passed, I decided to change what I wanted for myself, and that was to have my own adventure. I think that will relate to a lot of Digimon fans anyways, but I felt like I owed it to myself to go and see the world, and that's what I'm going to do. And the process of which I'm going to do that is going down a certain career path. But what this career path does is kind of take you out of the real world for like 6 or 8 months until you finish the training, which would mean this channel would not be uploading for over half a year. Now maybe to you guys it doesn't sound so bad, right? It's like, oh well, BasedDIGIMON's on a hiatus, he'll come back, yada yada. But the problem is that I felt like with this channel, I was constantly pushing the big boulder uphill. I was having to do a lot of work to kind of just get passable views for a long period of time, and that was really exhausting. I never wanted to admit it, but I kind of got my wish of being a YouTuber, but also then some. I got what I wanted, a monetized, sponsored YouTube channel, an amazing community, amazing network of creators who I can now call friends. But the cost of that is that in my spare time, I'm constantly running the battery down, so to speak, to keep that going. And so my quality of life was just so diminished, and my world shrunk infinitely more than what it was before, well, obviously COVID-19. Now I'm starting to question whether being a YouTuber is actually what's best for me. It's what I've always wanted and it's what I want to do. How my manifestation of this dream has materialized in front of me is that it's put me in a cage, basically. And for me to really feel free is that I need to pursue this kind of career that I want to do to liberate myself and go do things I want to do. And that will tell me whether being a YouTuber, being in this community is what's right for me personally. I've always been a person with a plan, but I've never really known what I wanted from life. I did YouTube because it's that standout thing that everyone wants to do. It's like, oh, you're a YouTuber, you make videos, you get paid, you have your own community that loves you, that accepts you for who you are, and you can create and you can make art, you can make entertainment from scratch. Every video you've watched on this channel is from the top of my head. I've not scripted a single video for over 2 years. But despite all the merits the channel has, it just really isn't and wasn't going in the direction that I wanted it to when I was doing it like full time. And that's not anyone's fault, right? But I've heard so many things about the YouTube algorithm, how it's just kind of like being in a rowboat with a single sail in the middle of the ocean and you're just waiting for that wind to come along. You don't know when the wind will come, you don't know how long the gust of wind will last for, and you don't know where it will take you. I do not like these unknowns that dictate potentially so much of my life in the future and what has been dictating my life for the past 2 years. In hindsight, YouTube should have never been something that I did full time. It should have also been a passion project. But I've created something now that I'm so proud of, that I'm terrified in the future when I pursue this other thing to improve my quality of life, it might cause the channel to decay. I know what YouTube viewers are like. I am one. I have been one for many years since YouTube was in its early days. Viewers can be fickle, forgetful. There's no loyalties in this game really. I wouldn't be surprised if after this long amount of time I came back and made a video that people would have just forgotten all about me. I really hope they wouldn't. Potentially when this training, this career path is finished, I could go back to doing a video every week on a weekend. I would have that time to do that. But whether the algorithm is going to be so forgiving to me for having not uploaded for over half a year and come back. Whether you guys see the video, whether people in the Digimon community are searching Digimon videos a lot at that time, whether there's going to be a Digimon anime every weekend to be searching on YouTube at that time. There's just so many variables that are so uncertain. It would just be so irrational to put the channel as a priority over what I want for my own life and the things that I want to pursue. There are so many people that I can thank during this process. Of course, the Digino and Khan have honestly been phenomenal to me. Take it from somebody who speaks to them way outside of videos and comments and tweets. They are the nicest people ever and fully deserve every ounce of success that goes their way. You can't imagine the stress that goes into some of these videos. There are people who I've just known from Twitter who've been super supportive. I can think of loads of names, you know, people who aren't really on the platform anymore. Dimsy's Domain helped me at the very start of my YouTube career. Corey Plays is still supporting me even now, and I don't deserve it. There are people who are flying past me who are making amazing content like Taste of Victory, Strawberry Pie, Moondoggy. The list just goes on and on. There's so many talented people I want to divert you to, so you don't feel like you're losing too much. And all the network of people I've built who have worked on the Digimon anime, who I've celebrated their work and we've interacted. All the artists online. You know, I've had YouTubers who I've just known from watching YouTube growing up DM me and we've had conversations and they watch my videos, like Billiam. Like, that's the most amazing thing ever for me, personally. That's such an amazing achievement. But I just hope that in the years to come, I will have something to show for it. I don't want the channel to kind of be obliterated in the abyss that is the algorithm and people never find it, because so much has happened on this channel, no matter how small it's been. Make no mistake, when everything's said and done, I will come back and try to reach out to all of you. Whoever's watching now, I will try to reach out, make a video on just anything Digimon related. I'll try and get back into the swing of things again. If it's going to be another mountain to climb just to get back to where I was, it's not going to be productive for me to do that every weekend. And I think you understand that. You know, it's everyone's dream job and it's the most impossibly hard job to have for a very good reason, because there's so many sacrifices you have to make. When I started this channel, I was in a 4-year relationship, a long distance one at that, which ultimately fell down because I was pursuing this channel and trying to make it work, trying to make this my job. I lost friends, time, opportunities, time to just think about what I'm doing because I was just so busy with the channel. So it would be an absolute catastrophe for me to all of a sudden lose all 5,000 subscribers, or for people to not really remember who I am in like over half a year, maybe this time next autumn perhaps. But even going down this career path I'm choosing now, I'm going to be losing out. I'm going to be losing whatever family I have left. If my friends even speak to each other, I'll be losing the channel. I love to go to the gym every day. I won't be able to do that. The thing I'm chasing is essentially my last chance saloon to really get what I want out of life. Once I've secured that goal, I will come back to YouTube and try and start again, basically. But I just want you all to know this is not goodbye forever. I hope that in a couple months down the line, you'll come back and you'll see I've uploaded. Maybe some people will talk about it. Oh, BasedDIGIMON uploaded. And then we can kind of celebrate that the community we've built and the connections I've made, the friendships I've made, can withstand the test of time and my absence to still be there in the future. And if we can start this whole new adventure all over again, there'll be so much more to do once I have secured my own future. In my own mind, I'm running out of time to really chase what I truly want, with some integral value to it, adventure, lifelong friends, a fulfilling career, doing meaningful things. But I also don't want to lose the time I've spent building this. I'm still going to try and be active on Twitter if I can, wherever I can, because obviously I have my phone on me more often than not. So I will try to stay involved with the community on Twitter. Hopefully it works. I don't think it will, but if you haven't already, please follow me on Twitter, because it's going to be the only way you'll reach me. But in the perfect storm of the algorithm, if I happen to lose everything I've built, then I want you all to know that it has been my absolute pleasure making videos for you all, having fun, having a laugh, falling back in love with the franchise that I knew when I was a child. And I will always, always remember this for the rest of my life. And I truly, truly hope that one day we meet again. Thank you all so much for your time. But most importantly, take care.